Hello, everybody. We're going to give a few moments for everybody to join in. We'll be starting in about 1 minute. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. So thank you for signing up for this webinar. Hopefully you know what this is about. It's about how to recover from a Google backlink penalty. And this is really important for a lot of businesses that are basically having to choose between shutting down their website and moving forward with their existing website. And that's a huge hurdle to overcome. First of all, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Joshua Butler, and I've been with Apogee since 2010. I lead the SEO team and basically have really been passionate about SEO starting since 2004. Got my experience started with franchising and worked with a franchisor and really led them into the digital marketing realm, moving them away from the Yellow Pages strategy of the past and move them into an online lead generation strategy. Worked on everything from their website, their CRM integration, of course the SEO strategy moving forward. At Apogee Results, we work with a lot of different clients, and starting in 2010 I've worked with clients ranging from IT software companies to medical device manufacturers, all the way to local home builders. So a lot of variety and diversity in my background and in the Apogee Results team background of the type of clients that we work with. So why is this important? Why is this whole subject important? Well, the importance of it is the amount of risk that you run. If you receive, say, 50% of your traffic from organic search from Google, you could lose all of that traffic from a Google penalty if it was a site-wide penalty. And this is a graph courtesy of Aaron Wall with SEObook.com, and he's got a great post on the Google penalty situation, and you can see the link there at the bottom of the page. But basically, you can lose all of your organic search traffic from a site-wide penalty, and we've seen this happen with clients that have come to us in this situation and in a panic, really, and they just didn't know what to do, and we guided them through the process, and sometimes it does take some time to get through it, but we have been able to get them through this pretty bad situation. It can really affect your business, and like I said, this puts some business owners in a situation of saying, do we kill the site? Do we get rid of it? What do we do? All of the traffic has dropped off, and so it really becomes a crossroads as a business decision for a lot of companies that get to this point. So anyway, we want to guide you through the steps of how to deal with this if you do see this situation. It's not completely hopeless. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and there's a way to get through it. Here's the other situation. So there's two major, actually there's only two categories of penalties based on your backlinks from Google, and a partial penalty will not cut off all of your traffic, but it will cut off a significant portion depending on the section of the site that gets penalized. So it basically means that either a group of links gets penalized, or a particular page, a subdirectory, or a subdomain of your site gets penalized, and all the traffic to it basically drops off. And so you could see a trend line that looks like this in your analytics package. That would basically tell you, hey, something happened here, and we should check it out. If you ever see anything like this in your analytics package, you should isolate the source where this is happening, and if this is happening in your organic traffic, something major has happened. And again, you'll want to check your Google Webmaster Tools messages if you ever do see a situation like this in your analytics. So moving forward, how common is this penalty? It's unfortunately very common. In this video that we've screenshot here for you, this is an image of Matt Cutts. He leads the search quality team at Google, and in this video he's explaining, to his delight, how they're getting rid of spammers and spam from Google, which is great from a usability perspective for Google's customers. Good, but could be terrible for many small business owners and even big business owners. We've had clients that were really big that were hit with a penalty, and millions of backlinks in their profile, thousands of domains linking to them. We did get them out of it, but it was a pretty big hurdle to get over. But here Matt Cutts is saying they send out 430,000 messages per month, and when he means messages, when he says messages, he means penalty messages of either the variety of a partial match or a site-wide match. And out of that 430,000 penalties that get handed out each month, only 5,000 respond with a reconsideration request. And basically a reconsideration request is a letter to Google saying, hey, we've cleaned up our act, we've cleaned up our backlink profile, our activities, we're no longer supporting the activities that led us to this point. Here's the evidence for what we're saying, and we promise we're being truthful, and also we are now following Google's webmaster guidelines. Please put us back in the index. And it's really a letter begging Google to get your website back into their index and ranking close to what it was before, at least for your brand terms. And not a lot of people out of the total are responding this way, and so this is what this tells me, is that a lot of webmasters are giving up on their websites, and they're retiring the sites, and they're shutting them down because they don't know how to move forward. Again, because you're attending this webinar, you don't have to be part of that group. We are going to show you the basic high-level response method for this situation. So I want to go ahead and ask you to, if you have any questions so far, or if you have any questions during this webinar, please go ahead and post them into the chat box. And if we have a section later in the webinar to go over your questions, and I'll answer the questions then. So go ahead, and you're welcome to start posting questions. Thank you. So we'll go ahead and move right along into the three different situations of a Google backlink penalty. The first situation is a site-wide penalty. And the way that you can tell that you have a site-wide penalty is by going to Google Webmaster Tools. If you don't have Google Webmaster Tools set up, make sure that your site has it set up. Talk to your IT folks or your webmaster, or if you are the webmaster, go to the Google Webmaster Tools, go search Google Webmaster Tools in Google, and you'll learn how to add Google Webmaster Tools to your website. And this is an incredibly valuable tool. Everybody in SEO is highly familiar with Google Webmaster Tools, or at least they should be. And this is the interface that Google uses to communicate with webmasters about a penalty. And so if you don't have this Google Webmaster tool set up, you can get a penalty and you won't even know it. The only way And so by having this set up, by having Google Webmaster Tools set up, you'll make sure that you get the messages as they come in. So next we have the partial penalty, and this is what the message looks like from the Google Webmaster Tools point of view. And it says partial matches, unnatural links to your site impacts links, some incoming links are impacted here. So there's a few different ways that this can happen. You can get different effects on these messages. Some of the effects could say subdomain affected or specific page affected. So you'll want to pay attention to the message that Google gives you. They don't give you all the details, but they'll give you some clues as to what the situation is. The type of details they don't tell you are which links to your site that are causing the problem. They'll give you a few examples, but they won't tell you everything. And so that's part of the work that we do at Apogee, is to identify all of the links that need to be addressed in this situation. And the third situation is you have no penalty, but that doesn't mean that you're not at risk. And so even if you don't have a penalty, you'll want to investigate your risk and make sure. And you'll have one of two outcomes. You'll either be high risk for a penalty, at which point you'll want to take action and prevent your site from suffering from a Google penalty, or you have low risk and you can keep doing what you're doing. So some of the things that you want to do to investigate your risk is, of course, you want to look at your Google Webmaster Tools messages and make sure that you don't have a penalty. You'll want to check your backlink profile, and you can download your backlink profile from Google Webmaster Tools. And you'll want to look at your backlink target distribution. And what this means is, are your backlinks pointing to your home page, or are they pointing to deeper pages within your site? And we'd like to see a good distribution between your home page and deeper pages within your site, with about a 60-40 split, 40% to your home page. And you should have a lot of links to your home page from a branding perspective and just from a natural linking perspective. But then you should also have content within your site that's getting linked to and continually getting linked to, and as you grow the content in your site. And so you'll see that the natural distribution. An unnatural distribution may look overly skewed in either direction, so that say your homepage doesn't have any links and everything is to over-optimized landing pages, or your entire backlink profile is going to your homepage optimized for one money key term. So you want to look at that closely. Also look at anchor text distribution. And anchor text distribution basically means what are the words used that are linking to your site. When people click on a link that leads them to your site, what are the words? What's the text that's used that's linking there? And that's the anchor text. And the type of anchor text matters. So Google uses the anchor text as a signal in the rankings to determine if your site is relevant and important for that term. And so a lot of SEOs have in the past manipulated this known situation and over-optimized the backlink profile using money terms. And when I say money terms, I'm meaning high-value keywords. No, what's going on? Okay.
Just take a break for a minute.
Yeah.
Check it on your computers. I was waiting on the